Hello, Loverfaces. My name is Judy D, and I am one medium rare. Today, I'm going to be reading for Earth signs. I'm shuffling for you guys now. That's my Tauruses, my Capricorns, and my Virgos. We're in Taurus season, so we're going to start with Taurus. I start by an oracle card that I've chosen from this 44 card deck that I happen to love. It's the Enchanted Blossoms deck by Carla Moreau. They're fun. They have butterflies and dragons and flowers, and they just scream spring to me, so that's why I'm using them. For my beautiful Tauruses who are going first, so we're going to get messages for you. You're going to take what resonates, you're going to leave what doesn't, and what you're going to do is see where it fits. I mean, I can't tell you if it's going to be a love reading or work, finances, how it's going to go. I'm never too sure. We're going to let Spirit guide us there. My name again is Judy D. This is a new channel for me, and I hope this format is fun for you as well. Woo! There's one that jumped out. There's a message that you need. And our last one. Oh, interesting. So, Taurus is right out of the gate in your birthday season. We have an interesting 3-card pull. We have the Ace of Pentacles, which is, it's a big deal. An ace is something new. It's a new offer, a new job, new stability, new money. Pentacles is the earth, Pentacles kind of is the earth signs go-to area. So we love that. We love stability, especially my Tauruses. It's virtually the Taurus card. And it looks like good things are on the horizon, I would say, with your home, with your stability, with your money, and maybe even a new offer. Something different. Something different is going to be happening. Then we got the Moon card, but in reverse, which is interesting. So this is a major arcana card. This way it means we're not really sure what's going on. There's something that's not illuminated fully, and we're walking with a little bit of caution. But once it's in reverse, that Moon card says get to step in, because what you didn't see before, you now have a clear vision of, and you're ready to go. You've got to keep moving. That's the thing about these cards. Action is required for you this month of May 2022, because you have that pentacle, the Ace of Pentacles, which means it's brand new. It's at the beginning of it's the start, of whatever is going to be, is starting now. And then the Moon card says you're clear enough. You have the wisdom, the vision, the idea, the gist of what you need to do. So you got to get going. Whatever it is, you've got the inner strength to do it. Because Strength card isn't physical necessarily. It's inner strength. It's you, and it's you using all of your emotional intelligence to move forward. What we got from the first pull is the Sincerity card. So that's your overall look at this month. And that's the thing we're going to kind of focus on, what we're going to bind on, sincerity. Where are we looking at ourselves in a very sincere way, in an authentic way? And are we moving forward in whatever is going to be new to us with all the sincerity? I believe you're already there. I don't think you would be having this new opportunity and this new growth and this maybe a new money stream even, if you weren't sincere, if this wasn't something that was coming directly from you, from your authentic self. And I think the Strength card at the end also indicates that the sincerity, if we're going to kind of focus on that and maybe use that to kind of tie together whatever we're thinking about for this month. Interestingly enough, I think that the cards shine with the sincerity that if you weren't living in that authentic place, coming from a sincere place in the first place, you probably wouldn't be getting this opportunity. So, if the question is, am I being sincere with myself and with others? This is a good time to ask, but I think it's through sincerity that this kind of forward movement and growth shows itself up in the month of May for you. So that's what I have for my Tauruses in their birthday month. I'm going to reshuffle, and we're going to talk to Virgos. Virgos, you are near and dear to my heart. I myself am a Virgo, and I absolutely love being a Virgo. I'm a Virgo in too many placements. I'm earthbound, as they say, but I love that, and that's okay. You know, I get us. I get us. And interestingly enough, this fun card that we have, it's yellow jasmine and a two-tailed pasha. It's really beautiful. It's got all of those solar plexus chakra and sacral chakra colors going through it. And I think that that's great because the message on the card is grace. And that's interesting for Virgos because sometimes we're not always graceful with ourselves. We can be very judgy with others and ourselves, but really hard on ourselves as well. So are we having enough grace currently? Can we become better with giving people a little leeway and grace? And I think we can. I think everyone can. But for Virgos especially, it's important to remind ourselves that everyone needs a little grace, and we are due the same sort of grace for ourselves in almost all of our situations. And messages are popping out left, right, and center for us. So that is a nice, you know, that's something nice to see. Come on, Angel Guides and Spirits, one more card. Okay. So, the cards for Virgo are interesting. First of all, we have the Knight of Wands upside down, which means something is not coming in. A message is not coming in that maybe we were waiting for. I kind of already resonate with that. So maybe I'm pulling for me, and hopefully your energy kind of picks up for it. And then we have the Queen of Swords. She's looking towards the future. She's sharp-witted. She knows what she needs. She's got the sword at the ready to cut off what is not serving her. And here's the Ace of Swords at the end. The month of May looks interesting. It looks like, to me, what I'm reading is whatever we were waiting for to happen is no longer something that we're willing to wait for. It doesn't have to be abrupt. It doesn't have to be rude. It doesn't have to be abrasive, but we're going to be cutting it out. It's done. You know, she's moving forward. She's looking to the future. If you could see, she's got plans. She's got a family in the background. She is fully in charge. She knows the direction she's going. And this could be female or male energy. You know, just because she's the queen, it just means that she's got a little bit more feminine of a touch, gentle of a touch, you know? So she's not as sharp or as maybe critical as the king. However, she's a pretty tough cookie, but she's got it all. She's walking, she's going forward. She's got the knowledge. She's got the plan. She's got the sword ready to cut out what's not serving her. She's bringing her family with her because she's got that beautiful picture in the back. And, you know, hopefully the grace is we're going to move forward. Something big is going to happen in May, the Ace of Swords. So to me, this is a truth that we're going to know. This is a direction that we're going to be walking pretty swiftly in the direction of. You know, this is a new direction, 100% new, maybe a new opportunity for us as well with the Ace, and we're going to take it. You know, we see the truth in it, we see it, and whatever we're leaving behind, I believe we can leave behind in grace. Whatever we're changing up, we can change up in grace. We have that strength in our sacral chakra, we have that strength in our solar plexus chakra, and we are very comfortable with moving ahead because we know we have all the tools, the skills, and we're no longer waiting for anything to happen. We're not waiting on the message. We're not waiting on someone else to move. We know the direction that we're going in, and we're not going to go too slowly, too swiftly. We're just going. Slow and steady wins the race, they say, but we're walking at a pretty, I would say, a pretty good pace. You know, this is a nice moderate pace. And I see that this is, to me, it resonates, but also I see that this is kind of been May for everyone. I did fire signs earlier, and they seem to have kind of the same thing, that things are shifting, and we are shifting with them. And there's a confidence, and I love that. And hopefully we can bring grace to whatever situation that we're moving from one thing to another. Because I know I could always use that reminder to keep grace at the forefront of the things that I do and the people that I deal with. So I hope this message resonates. And we're going to be moving on to Capricorns. While I shuffle and clear the energy out of this deck, because I want some nice new cards. I want to see some Capricorn action, because I do think that my earth signs are going to be having a really spectacular year in 2022. We picked for the Capricorns a card. It's got Euphorbia is the name of, it looks like it could even be an orchid too. I don't know if Euphorbia is an orchid, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's red, which is that root shock color. And it's the African swallowtail. This little dragon butterfly is beautiful. I love it. I think it's stunning. And I know my Capricorns a lot of times like to see things in black and white. And we have a black and white butterfly, and I kind of think that that is kind of appropriate for my little Capricorns. You're grounded, but you're mountain movers, you know? So I do think that this is persistence kind of works for you, because you could either be incredibly persistent, or maybe if it hasn't caught your eye, you're not being persistent enough. But I do not see that. I do see, interesting. So Capricorns, you have kind of like a bombshell. We have the Ten of Pentacles, which is happiness. You've got everything. You've got stability, strength, family life. Everything is where it belongs. Because probably of Temperance, this beautiful major arcana card of healing and alchemy and turning things in the direction that they're supposed to go. And then I'm seeing the Ten of Wands. This Ten of Wands means you have been carrying a burden. Something that has been difficult, something that has been arduous. You know, this is a cycle. These are cyclicals. So we're ending cycles here, or we're beginning. So whatever, I would think, whatever cycle we ended that was just exhausted, if we choose to put down that burden, you know, and I want you hear me correctly when I say this. Letting go is not quitting. Knowing when to move on isn't giving up. It's knowing when to fold them. It's knowing when that is no longer our burden. And I think some of these burdens we've been carrying are not ours. That's the feeling I'm getting. That's the intuition that I'm getting off the cards. You know, I think that there's a time to let it go, and I think you're reaching that point. I think it feels hard for you, though. I think if you don't let it go, you're going to take the grace, the good opportunities, the underlying everything is good, and you're going to turn it into into this negative, burden-laden, new cycle. So you have an opportunity here. As we move, and we're in the age of Aquarius now, and things are shifting. We have this, coming into eclipse season. You got the end of 2 new moons in Aries, and things are shifting energetically around us, right? In this, we can make choices because we have free will. And the choices you make are going to determine where you go here. How are you going to be the alchemist? How are you going to be use the temperance energy of this card, where one foot's on land, the other foot's on water, where she is moving from cup to cup, changing one thing from another? How are we going to go? What direction? Are we going to go from a burden-laden situation and repeat a loop that has not served us? Or are we going to really be persistent in making the changes and doing things differently to bring us the 10 of Pentacles, which is available to us? It's there. It's there for the taking. So that's the really choice we have. So yours is kind of deep, and I think May is going to be a lot of decision making for you. And I want to say, Earth signs, a lot of what we do to make change, especially for earth signs, is in the way we work daily, in our daily routine, and the things we see daily, say daily, the way we eat. If you're in that mode, change it up. If you want to get out of this and not loop back in for another cycle, change it up. You have all of the skills of the alchemist to change it up. And I know that your Ten of Pentacles is waiting for you. So, and I think so do you. You know, so you have to decide. You make this decision. I don't know where you are in life. I don't know how big this is. Even if you're starting small, I would say just don't loop back. That would definitely be my message. And that's definitely the energy that I'm getting off of this. Last but not least, I like to pull a card from this crazy fun deck that is Sonia Choquette's The Divine Energy Oracle. I like her cards. Her cards feel like the message comes with an exclamation point behind it, you know, so it's kind of like, get off your butt and do this. This is who you need to be and what we need to be doing. I'm going to remove these, and we're going to pick a card from her for our earth signs. What will be our mantra for May? How are we going to go forward? What's the message we have to put an exclamation point behind and move forward in? Okay, one last shuffle. There we go. Bust out of your cocoon. That's change. That is change. And that was really the message. So we're going to be changing, and we're going to stick to our sincere selves, Tauruses. We're going to be authentic and come from a place of sincerity, but we're coming out of that cocoon. And I love the fact that it works so well with my butterfly oracle cards. And then, you know, it takes a lot of grace to change for that butterfly. It takes a lot of grace to come out of that cocoon. So, Virgos, I want to see you doing it, and I want to see you doing it gracefully, like we do everything. And then my beautiful Capricorns who are stubborn anyway, let's get our persistence up. Let's drop some of the stubbornness and turn up the volume of persistence and bust out of that cocoon. Because the change will keep us out of a loop that we've been in, that have been carrying burdens. And I want to say some of those burdens aren't ours. I want to believe some of those burdens are not ours to carry. So that is the message that I have for you today. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your time, your energy, your love with me. If you stuck it out with me, I want you to please drop your sign in the comments below. Tell me if it resonates. And now we're moving forward with swift change. It's a beautiful thing, and we're going to be on the journey together. So, yay! This was me busting out of my cocoon, by the way. So I want to thank you guys for being part of that with me today. Have a great day.